magic happens to spite us at the most unexpected times. Peak of drought and tourist season. Tributaries barren to low or non-existent water. At the end of a 3-week run of long, hot, exceptional days, we could barely put a foot in front of the other. It was 37 degrees as we drove to our friend's house for a break. We decided to put our exhaustion aside and just have a go, a try for as long as it happened, at a piece of water that is only accessible in drought. I was exhausted, throwing bombs. I knew what this fish was, what it would tolerate, what I could get away with, and was doing exactly that. It wanted to sit on the bottom. Well, if this is how he wants it, this is how he gets it. It's funny how hooking up on a gorgeous fish kicks your body into gear no matter how exhausted you are, ain't it? As we moved upstream, we could see side-by-side wakes of what had to be one, if not two, good brown trout rising to a mayfly spinner fall. As we approached the tail-out, glowing before us were two large browns in full display of an effortless feed. This is one of my most satisfying filming sessions. I climbed up on a rock face, keeping in the shadows. Over 70 meters away, handheld and manual focus on the long lens. My initial anxiety was through the roof, but it soon ebbed to the rhythm of the concert before me.
only way I was going to have a chance at catching both rises was to wait for them to separate in their feeding rhythm. I was glared out but for the rises, so I waited for Dave to call when they were 2 rods apart and had a go. As soon as I hooked up, I angled my rod down and steered it away from the big male upstream. I thought I had it under control and was horsing it over when it simply popped. That distance a cast on a small dry is always a crapshoot. You bet it was gutted to drop that one. It was rough to drop that one, but there was still a stunner of a male popping mid-river. Given how it was feeding, I was gonna get an eat. I couldn't lead it too much as to avoid a hooking drag on my near line inducing a bad hook set, but I had to go at it.
Lord, can you give me a little bit of grace? Oh, can you hear me? It's been one of those days. So I'll be waiting down by the riverbanks. You know I'll be praying, so please don't delay. Please don't delay. Lord, can you give me a little bit of faith? I wanna believe and I don't wanna break. A moment of relief would go a long way. You know I'll be praying, so please don't delay. Please don't delay. single mistake. Please don't delay. Please don't delay. Please don't delay.
You know, there's only a few times on a trip that you just get really epic moments, and that one was for me epic. We didn't have much expectation coming into this day. We were dead tired and thought we got to take it on. Look at this amazing sunny weather. It's so gorgeous out here. Cicadas are chirping, and we're like, hey, we got to go check out this river. And we didn't think we'd come across many fish, but anyway, we came across exactly what we'd been hoping for, which was just rising fish. And there was two. They were like a rod length apart. And Dave got on the camera, and I think you had a whale of a time filming them rising. And I hooked into the first one and brought it to shore, and just weird stroke of luck, it got off before I got it in the net. No big deal. It was the lower one, and we knew it was a smaller fish. And so then Dave was still up on the bank filming, and he was happy doing that, so I went for the second one. And it was this guy, and oh man, they were just chomping on the surface. Going to town. I mean, even eating leaves. Anyway, so I was going to get a take no matter what. And I just put out this mayfly that Dave and I have designed together and tied quite a few. And he ate it. And it was just a gorgeous eat. And then the fight. And the fight had me worried because, as you see, I was like basically chest deep, having to kind of get across the river because this fish was going right into that big deep trough in the canyon wall. And I got him before he went down into the next set of rapids, so really wonderful moment for me. Loved it.
After that, we were cliffed out by canyon walls, so there was only one thing left to do.